Hey folks, thanks for coming. It's mini concert number 272. First up is a song that was popularized by John Denver. Where the walker runs down through the Carson Valley Plain, there lived a maid, Darcey Farrow was her name. The daughter of Old Maid, and a fair one was she, and the fairest flower that bloomed for the rain. Well, her voice was as sweet as the sugar can be, and her touch was as soft as a bed of goose down. Her eyes shone bright like the pretty lights that shine in the night out of Yarrington town. Oh, she was courted by a young Vandermeer, and a fine lad was he, as I am to hear. He bought her silver rings and lacy things. She promised to wed before the snow fell that year. But her pony did stumble and she did fall. Her dying touched the hearts of the people one and all. Young Vandy in his pain put a bullet through his brain, and they buried them together as the snows began to fall. They sing off Darcey Farrow where the Truckee runs through, and they sing of her beauty in Virginia City too. At dusky sundown, to her name they drink around, and to young Vandy whose love was true. Where the walker runs down through the Carson Valley Plain, there lived a maid, Darcey Farrow was her name. The daughter of Old Maid, and a fair one was she, and the fairest flower that bloomed for the range. That's called Darcey Farrow. Next up is a song I first heard done by the Clancy Brothers. It's a standard in the Irish pubs. Kind of an oddity. The narrative is coming from an old lady, and usually the voice singing it is a man. Well, I've often heard it said by me father and me mother, going to a wedding is the makings of another. Now if this be true, then I'll go without a bidding. Oh, fine Providence, won't you take me to a wedding? And it's oh dear me, how can it be that I die an old maid in the Garret? 'Cause I can cook and I can sew, keep the house right tidy, rise up in the morning to get the breakfast ready. There's nothing in this whole world would make me so cheery as a wee fat man who would call me his own dearie. And it's oh dear me, how can it be that I die an old maid in the Garret? Well, now there's me sister Kate. She's not pretty or good looking, scarcely 16, and a fella she was courting. Now she's 21 with 2 sons and a daughter. Here am I at 45, and I never had an offer, and it's oh dear me. How can it be that I die an old maid in the garret? Well, come landsman or come kinsman, tinker or come a tailor, come a doctor, a lawyer, soldier or a sailor, come a rich man, a poor man, a fool or witty, come any man at all that would marry me for pity, and it's oh dear me. How can it be that I die an old maid in the garret? Well, now I'm away home, 'cause nobody's hating, poor and is pleading. I'm away home to my own wee bit garret. If I can't find a man, I'll have to keep that parrot, and it's oh dear me. How can it be that I die an old maid in the garret? And it's oh dear me. How can it be that I die an old maid in the garret? So that's the Old Maid in the Garret. Next up is another John Denver song, kind of unusual. It's the only prisoner of war song that I've ever heard done. It's told from both the point of view of the wife and also the prisoner. Josie works the counter at the downtown 5 and dime, anything at all to help her pass the time. Her mama keeps the baby, Grandpa rambles on about the good times playing in his mind. It's a hard life living when you're lonely. It's a long night sleeping alone. It's a hard time waiting for tomorrow. It's a long, long way home. Josie spends her evenings with the people on the pages of the paperback that she picks up at the store. Or sometimes it's a TV. She'll try to write a letter, they don't come too often anymore. It's a hard life living when you're lonely. It's a long night sleeping alone. It's a hard time waiting for tomorrow. It's a long, long way home. And I stare at the gray wall before me. I see her face in the stone, and I try to imagine our baby. called Prisoners. Next up is Gordon Lightfoot's song. He wrote this when he was on location in California. He used to go out to the airport and watch the planes land and take off. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand and an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm stuck here on the ground, where the cold winds blow, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. She's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away and westward bound, and far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying on my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't hop a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't hop a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. So that's early morning rain. Next up is the Peter, Paul, and Mary song. As soon as I find my flat pick. toy. A wonder to behold it was, with many colors bright. And the moment I laid eyes on it, it became my heart's delight. It went zip when it moved, pop when it stopped, and whir when it stood still. Well, I never knew just what it was, I guess I never will. Well, the first time that I picked it up, I got a big surprise. Right on the bottom there were two green buttons, and they looked like big green eyes. I first pushed one, then the other, and then I twisted its lid. And when I set it down again, well, this is what it did. It went zip when it moved, pop when it stopped, and whir when it stood still. Oh, I never knew just what it was, I guess I never will. Well, it first marched left, then marched right, then marched under a chair. And when I looked where it had gone, well, it wasn't even there. I started to cry, but my daddy laughed. He knew that I would find that when I turned around, that marvelous toy would be creeping up on me from behind, going zip when it moved, pop when it stopped, and whir when it stood still. Well, I never knew just what it was, I guess I never will. The years went by quickly it seems, now I have my own little boy. Yesterday I gave to him that marvelous little toy. His eyes nearly popped right out of his head. He gave a squeal of glee. Well, neither one of us knows just what it is, but he loves it just like me. It still goes zip and bop and whir when it stands still. Well, neither one of us knows just what it is, and I guess we never will. That's called The Marvelous Toy, and that's called Mini Concert number 272. Hope to see you next week. Share with your friends if you can figure out the share button. I tried to figure it out today. I almost got it.